ameenda kidogo
amezona
ameenda aki love mapenzi natufanya
love wewe.
No, he checks all the boxes, and recently I thought I'd met a Kenyan version of him who also checked all.
But what are these boxes that they're not checking?
That you are still what are your boxes? What are your boxes?
Soko nayo. Because she knows.
We want to know.
Usiniambie walikuonyesha dust.
Wait, not.
Dust now ni constant.
Vumbi.
Na unajua vumbi ya Rongai iko na sewage.
Lakini kwa hiyo dust kama kuna kitu constant ni dust. Hata uvae dust coat.
Nilikuwa poa with my Pan-African lover. Up to now I still think we are sort of okay. It's just that if you ask me that question on dating, I'm not sure. Mimi niko tu huku Nairobi trying to
survive,
trying to discover.
In fact, when you discover
20, the way una live, you're living now. I'm living the way I am, because I have been married before. I have lived that life, and now I came out of it with lessons on how to be in a relationship as myself. Because if you sit down and look at the past and how the relationship was, and you keep asking yourself questions, what happened, I can pick a few things that I wasn't as good. I can pick on a few things that I need to change, or things that I have changed when I get into these relationships. I have come out of there understanding how it is to live with a man and be in a married setup. If you ask me right now, do I see myself getting married and living with a man? I'm not so sure. And many times I've said and I've told Olive that I love my space so much, and the freedom that I have right now. I don't know how it will be if I meet someone and they're like, I want to marry you. I don't know. I'm not ready to give it up. Unless however, there's still a part of me that wants to have that person that I wake up to in the morning. Because I do get lonely. I won't lie. It's, my Lord. I want that person. I want to wake up asubuhi, I'm being asked, babe, are you okay? And I want to feel that companionship. There's this thing where love languages do not exist. But one thing that I like is quality time. So you can imagine someone like me who loves quality time being with someone in separate houses. It's gonna be hard. So right now I'm not sure how it's gonna look like. But one thing that I really want in love in the future is someone who is emotionally mature. I need that. I want that. If you can't be that,
the door.
Watu waende mbele. I have tried online dating. It's a sham. There is a site I'm on for other extracurricular activities. But you can still find someone there if you want to.
Equal love.
Uko niliokota dust TV.
Vumbi ukafanyiwa hivi. Sprinkle.
I had to go back there and write on my bio that I'm not here to play games. If you're here to play games, the door, fuck you, get out of here. So, and also someone who communicates. Guy, Mimi, communication. I tell people from when you're talking to men, because Mimi niko talking stage sasa, when you're talking to men, you unanicheka tu.
Back to square one.
Lakini talking stage is the ghetto.
Niko-
Me I'm down for an arranged
You're-
marriage. I don't think my mom would get me a bad person.
Niko talking stage size, and one thing that I usually say, the first thing is, by the way, if you're not a good communicator, especially after my Kenyan Pan-African version of a man, now anyone who comes my way, I tell them, if you are not a good communicator, we can't do this. But then they'll be like, you know what? I love women who are honest. You can tell me. I like women who share, who are vocal about their emotions and feelings. The moment
your dust.
they will go quiet, say, oh, you've already communicated. And the moment you come back, and when they reach out and you tell them, because they created a safe space for you, and you tell them, I do not like I've learned this new line. Your inconsistency is unattractive. So the moment you tell them that, they
take a step back.
They take a step back and you're ghosted. Guy, mimi ghosting yenye imenifanyikia hii Nairobi in my 30s. Jehovah.
I can call you Casper.
That's a good one.
Anyway.
But the streets are cold.
But that's what I want. I see someone who's emotionally available, emotionally mature, a good communicator, basically my Pan-African version of a man. Hey, huyo. Anyway, yes, mtu mwenye ako hivyo, and just someone who will accept my daughter, someone who will baby girl me.
Yeah.
I want to be baby girl. Yani, baby, what do you need? Your nails are not looking good. Here's money.
There's Luo and Yoruba.
For yourself.
There's Luo and Yoruba.
Connect na our brothers.
Nimepitia huko.
Luo and Yoruba
from the lakeside.
But lakini, yeah, I just want, because I've taken care of men before. Guy, do not take care of a man in your 20s. But at this point now, I want someone who will be like that. Treat me, someone who will be willing to show me off, claim me, hold my hands. Tukikasirika when I say something, they tell me, we don't do that here.
Yep.
Ebu sit down. I'm very stubborn, so I need a man who can
sit.
Dominant. And also, most importantly, a man who I am sexually compatible with.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, that's something many people overlook.
Yes. Because me, if you are not sexually compatible, I'll cheat on you, and there's no point of having that relationship.
Yo, umesema mbio. Mumesikia?
Yes, that's it for me.
Oh, nice. Amen. Amen.
And someone we can make lots of money with. I like business-minded men.
Yep.
Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Our couple.
With the love of Rihanna
And then
ASAP.
Yeah.
mapenzi lazima ucheke.
Hiyo lazima ikuwe na injili kidogo.
I didn't know there were that many questions. I thought zitakuwa zimeisha by sai. What are you counting as an achievement, and what do you sort of regret? Branis.
Bwana, that is hard. What do I count as an achievement? The relationship I have with my mother, that is major for me.
Yeah.
Then what else? Where I am with my career, I'd say it's an achievement, not the finality, but I thank heavens for where I've reached. We still dream for better days, but where I am, I'm really grateful. I had not seen myself getting there because the journey has been
Long.
It has been the journey of internships and character development in internships, such things. So I'm really grateful.
Ndio ingine na dust.
Man.
My lord.
Yeah, so I'm really grateful for that. Then the friendship I've built in the corporate scene. Nyinyi madim. I really appreciate, because it's really hard. Corporate unajua ni kwanga enda tengeneza pesa yako enda home. Nugget.
But
But
by the way, we've met at work, and
it's
that's
at work
usually-
and it's
That's difficult.
so I get to tell people, hata nikiambianga watu kuna watu najua inakwanga Vivi, Agnes, Olive, Esther. Vivi, Agnes, Esther, Olive. You know, some things. And I promise you come to Rongai inakwanga huyu ndio Agnes. I think Olive and Esther, you've seen that.
Yeah.
I'm like, huyu ndio Esther, huyu ndio Olive, you know, because I've mentioned you guys a lot, because for inaitwaje mental stability, you've been there. For inaitwaje finances, inakwanga twende hivi, hauna leo, twende takusort leo. You know, those things, they have really helped shape who I am as a person, a girl and a woman. Both circles. And then what else? The friendship I've also built in where I stay in Rongai. It's a place where I've started saving for the first time in my life. I never had that. So I get to appreciate that circle, because ni watu wanakwambianga bro, hatutaishi hivi, hatutakaa nikaa, we are just living today. You need to know how to do
Plan for
this,
the
you know
future.
how to save, you need to know how to sell, because they sell laptops. So nambiwanga uza laptop moja ujenge thao zako tatu, you know, such things. So you get to appreciate life. Then there's a friend of ours who's older than everyone in the circle. He plays the father figure role, sort of. I get to appreciate that man because he helps ground that circle. Ile you know, this is how life is supposed to be. Can you try this? Ni ule mtu anamwambianga mmekwama na hii fanyeni, mmekwama na hii do this. So you look at that, ni kama it's having your life full circle, and you get to appreciate the things you have in that moment and live in that moment. Then my child,
Oh yeah.
I have a very bubbly child. Mtoto atakuongelesha ni kama natoshana, but he's very respectful.
Ukiongelesha mama yako.
Yep. Because he asks you things, you're like, then you're like, saa zingine unaload unajiambia, yep, ini yangu. This one is my own. Sikubadilishiwa hospitali. This one is my own.
My blood.
Yep. So I think I get to appreciate life to that extent. And with the lessons I've learned is from 25 to 30 years, bro, you get to appreciate life more at that level, because that is when you get more mature. Akili yako inafunguka, ama ndio macho inafunguka zaidi. So yeah, I'm grateful for those moments. Yeah.
What do you sort of regret?
Yeah, what do you
Regret. Do I have any major regrets?
You don't have to. I was just thinking.
your 30s or 20s or just
In general, in life.
In general, no, I don't think there's any major. I always tell myself they happened, so I choose to move. Yeah, ilifanyika, yeah, sawa, songa. Alinibo, sawa. That is it. I don't think I have any major thing to say I regret. Yeah.
Okay.
What are you counting on as an achievement? Doing away with toxic people. In my 30s, I have managed to do away with toxic friends, toxic family.
Yep.
I can stand on ground and say, I'm not okay with this person and I will do away with them. I have my standards, not only in relationships, but also in life in general, in relationships with everyone in life. Friendships, and also parents and family. I've done away with that. The other achievement is my daughter. I never thought that I would manage to get her to where she is right now.
Yeah.
But she's here. Such a beautiful girl. I know every parent says their child is
Beautiful,
beautiful.
yeah.
Amara is so
Amara is
pretty.
She's pretty.
She's so cute.
Thank you. Yani, I look at her, I'm like, this child can play chess. Huyo mtoto, I've been able to give her a space where she can express herself.
Yeah.
The other day, I needed chili. And I sent my teenager aende kwa duka. Amara kamtesa akasema, no mami, where were you? why are you sending her at night? It's late at night. You can eat food without chili.
Mtajua ni alpha.
Will anything happen to you if you don't eat chili, mommy? No. So I finished my food. She was like,
Did you die?
Did you die?
Kids.
Na ndo wanaogopa Gen Z. Wanaona alpha.
Iko moto hapa mbele.
Tawaramba.
So raising her to that point and also providing her with the education that I really, really, really wanted to give her is a plus for me. I don't know how I do it, but I do it. And the other achievement, guys, Kyoto. Me, I'll just
Yep.
Kyoto to the world.
was a big achievement for me because I was told that has never happened in that area. Mothers don't turn up like that. 70 months.
That's
That's nice.
I
Yeah,
mean, and
a good
I
number.
impacted teenage moms. It's the beginning of something amazing. And that is just one of the biggest and recent achievements.
Bravo.
And y'all have
Good
been
job.
very supportive.
Good job.
Yeah. Something that I regret, having a child with the wrong person. Inject.
We are so sorry.
I regret that, by the way. My baby is beautiful and I believe I would have still gotten her with someone who was more deserving. I regret getting married at a young age. Don't get married in your 20s. You have no business getting married in your 20s. And getting involved with the wrong person.
Yeah.
Yeah, ningekuwa mbali sana kasi huyo mwanaume. Financially, mentally, emotionally. Yeah. That's me. Oh, the next person. Vivi.
Vivian.
What are you counting as an achievement? What do you sort of regret?
Achievement, of course, I'll start with my businesses. And being able to have that mindset of doing businesses, not being afraid, and just believing in them and then just running with them. So that's my first achievement. The second I can say in my 30s is having meaningful friendship and being able to categorize your friends in how they are and in whatever way, in whatever form. So I don't have to like put them in the same level or in the level that I will want them to be. So having meaningful friendship is also my achievement. Regret. I think regret is, I'm forgetting that word. It enters in my mind. People pleasing. So regret. Like people pleasing a lot because it still somehow affects me till now. Because you always ask yourself, like, after all the things that I have done, they still don't see like I was doing it out of a good. Like I came from far, like to give you my all. So people pleasing is my biggest regret, and I'm also learning from it because I think even if it's a regret, you also learn things from it, and you know when to say no, when to stop, and just let it go. Like they'll figure it out on themselves. I don't have to like give it my all so that they can see. So people pleasing is my biggest regret. Yeah, I think that's it.
You've done well for yourself.
You have,
Especially with
Business. Yeah. Major.
tunakuinulia mikono.
Rest
Coming
hands.
through for people.
People.
That's why people are taking advantage. You're such
It
a
comes through.
Hatiani vivwe.
But inakuwa ngumu kukuwa na roho ya mtu anasemanga roho ya makaratasi. So roho ya makaratasi because they know you're
Anyone
good, so
can
they
do
take-
anything.
Yeah.
but it's mixed with people pleasing. That's why you'll get a balance.
You will.
I mean,
So it's now I can be able to see like you actually need help, like you genuinely need help, and then like you need help, but you need to be pleased at the same time. Yeah.
Okay.
That's nice.
Okay.
Agnes.
When it comes to my achievements, I'm really proud of the kind of career I've built for myself. And I say that because ever since I was 15, I knew I wanted to work with artists. So as much as we were saying, oh, we want to go to law school, I knew. Because my dad's plan was to take me to pharmacy school, but I registered for a comms course behind his back. He was really mad. He was mad. And you know me, I was the good girl. I was a good child. I was very obedient. My mom tells me I was the easiest child to raise. Never had issues at school. I never flared up. I was always balanced. Yeah, so like the kind of industry networks I have right now, I'm so proud of myself. And to think that I just started building them in 2021 after a horrible breakup, you know, it was just like this breakup broke me, but I'm going to use this energy to do something. So I put myself out there. I was very scared to attend events, but I put myself out there. I was able to get another job because of that. I was able to just build. Okay, and I know they say, yeah, you need to know your friends and you need to know but I'm really happy that I know people in different places. Like if you ask me, I know someone there who can help or who can help us get someone who can help. Yeah, so I'm really proud of that. I'm so proud that I work with artists. The 15-year-old me is just looking at me and clapping like you're doing a good job. Yeah, sometimes it comes with its highs and lows, but I'm proud of that. I'm also happy with the kind of friendships I have right now. They're very meaningful. The different circles I'm in where we are helping each other. I know, like you guys, the way we've given each other support, I'm really proud of that. I also have my friends from campus who we are also very close with. I also am very close with my family. Like I'm so privileged to have not just the nuclear family, but I have my cousins who are really my ride or dies. Because like last Saturday, I went to see another cousin of mine. She has a son. And we converged there with my other cousins. And I didn't even go to sleep at my place. I decided to sleep at my cousin's place. We stayed up the whole night to kipiga tu motion. And before, you know, like I'm so happy. And I know I took her t-shirt, Nyangi. I took your shirt, Nasirudishi. You know, yeah. So I'm so proud of that. These two networks and these friendships and this camaraderie that I have around me, because it's really meaningful. Ushaikuwa na wale watu tu unafeel wanakupigianga wakihitaji something from you and they never give back. Yeah, so I'm really happy to have that around me. What I regret, I would say I do regret my people pleasing as well. And mine was crippling because I would sometimes even stop thinking, because I'm like, by saying no to so and so, did I ruin their day? And then they wouldn't even think twice before throwing me under the bus. Or, you know, like it was really crippling to the sense that you can't even now think, jumegombana na mse now and it's because you said no to them. You're just like, hapa this time around sitakusaidia. Then because you said no, or because you brought out something that they are doing that is affecting you, now you feel bad the whole day. I really regret that, and I will definitely go to therapy and have that sorted out, because it's crippling. It doesn't help me. It doesn't help the relationship with that person, because I'll always be also walking on eggshells. Maybe hao washasahau. Because my mom ni ule mse mwenye atakwambia kama umemudhi atakupasha na itatoka kwa roho yake. But mimi I'll still be ama venye nilimcall out. So that people pleasing really. And also, I don't know if I would call this a regret, but I really hate that my dad died. I hate it. Sometimes I think about, I wish my dad was alive to clap for me right now. I really wish. And I know you have to clap for yourself sometimes, but I'm just like, my dad you'd wear a dress, you want to leave the house, he'd be there calling you Lupita, telling you the way you look cute. My dad was I'm just like, now imagine if he saw the achievements I've had. You know, he would be there telling people, that's my daughter, that's my girl. My dad, and I think that's why I really value support, because my father was supportive. Okay, there are times you would force things and do things your way, but he would come around and be like, hata hivyo, you are doing well. So I really hate that he died. before seeing what I've become, what my siblings have become, what my mom has become, because that death also really changed my mother. And I really wish he would be there to just see and clap for us and remind us that we are his baby girls, and he would call us those names. He would compose for us stupid songs. He was just serious, just the sweetest dad ever. Yeah, so that's it.
I'm sure he's proud of you.
You've done very well for yourself.
Asanteni.
Hapo kwanza kwa support naye ni ukweli.
Support ni important.
Agie will break her back to get you what you want.
Oh yeah, she took it.
Thank you.
This one will break her back to get you what you need.
Aya, tuchague sisi.
Sini wewe umebaki. Ni Olive. Ni wewe Olive kwa hiyo swali.
Ndio tunachaguliwa between me and you. What are you counting as an achievement? The greatest achievement of all time for me is getting over people pleasing. Those, I think, nimekumbuka vile wanasemanga, you think you're healed until you're called for a family gathering. My friend. But I think right now I'm very secure in who I am. And just being able to manage. Like, I'm a strict girl now. I'd have never thought in my life. Me, I never told anyone no. I never said as a to jipange na huruma niliachia estate. I'm so proud of myself. Just the emotional maturity that I've
hope
had.
to get there. It's a good place to be at.
It is. Like right now I see, I've even seen that right now that I'm like that, even more people are reliant on me as support because I'm very clear-headed. So that I'm so happy. Achievement, emotional maturity. Number 2 is what would be my achievement? Actually, this podcast, it has to count for something. It's 3 years of, especially this season specifically. I've had a different guest every other week. It's been shot for 24 episodes. That's 6 months.
That's nice.
Weekly.
Consistency.
That's a good achievement.
So I feel like
major.
even me having to leave my comfort zone, I don't talk to people, I don't interact. So me having to meet new people, get them from social media. I don't know who these people are. They can be serial killers. You meet them on social media, you've never met them before. They come here, they tell their stories. You don't offer much. I only give people juice and people show up. I think it is such a huge achievement because I've always looked at things, like even you guys, I think I look at you a lot and I'm just like, that could never be me. Ati unaorganize kitu unaita watu, hawajui. Ati this one is doing interviews with someone you've never met before. You're going and meeting clients and you're talking to them. And then you're running a business. I'm just like, hey, Agie WhatsApp yake in a car call center. Green. I'm just like, I don't know how to manage people. I don't know what to do with people. And running this podcast and having people here every single week, I think I really took myself out of my comfort zone and I count it as an achievement. Things I regret, of course, some of the body counts I have, hawaku change plot ya story. Some of the men. I think for me it's just
isn't the decisions wanasema you made the decision for the plot but it didn't even plot.
Unajua sema if you had sex with someone or dated someone and then the experience changed your, like how you just slept with someone, they've added your body count. I let a plot kwa story. Nonsense. That's my regret.
But I feel for you, Olive, because you learned your emotion, like you learned how to say no. That's why you can be able to do this podcast with strangers, because you don't think about it. Kama mtu amekuja, will they know the right thing to say? Ama will they feel we are like you're trying to please them? Like, you just come for my podcast, we'll just record and and itenda, like you just are you comfortable like doing the, like always asking them. But I think because you were able to kill from your people pleasing mentally and just saying no and feeling no regret or remorse or even bad about
regret.
it. Yes, that's
no,
they look
si rahisi, but you can say it and you still deal with that regret.
Right now I can sleep at night after nimekuambia.
So I think you're in the pay kusaidia ko venture out and say I'm going to do this podcast. Whoever comes will just go
run with it.
Thank you.
It's really nice.
True.
And you have another paper.
I have one question.
Okay, sorry to mention. Nimekumbuka. Interview some of the biggest African and international
ile vigelegele ya shosho. Amen. It's really nice.
Interviewing is not racist.
As I always say,
I remember when I started doing like entertainment writing, I never wanted to do interviews. Then one day I attended, it was a press release where Calligraph was launching a business of his. Then one of the journalists, these YouTube people, asked him about his alleged beef with Nasty C. And then Calligraph just, the way Calligraph is intimidating. Alimwangalia tu juu chini akamwambia, unaandikia media house gani? Then he said his YouTube channel. Next. Just like that it's terrifying. I mean, interviewing is not easy. It's why imagine mtu tu akujibu tu venye anataka. Mbele, and this thing was recorded, and those YouTube guys who go for clout, they will not edit out that part.
Itaenda hivyo.
No, we'd like to clarify. Calligraph is a really good person.
He's
Hiyo swali
ilikuwa swali ya ujinga because we were given a brief and we were told kindly ask questions aligned to the business. You can't come and ask about and hip hop beef watu maliza kwa studio. If you know the culture, tunamalizana kwa studio. Did Kendrick Lamar and Drake meet kutukanana? No. Ilikuwa ni banga huku hivyo.
Is he still breathing?
Kanyaga shingo.
Asipumue tena.
Anyway, I'm supposed to ask the next question.
You think we're winding.
And this one, are you happy within your family structure and friendships? That tutaanza na Brano.
Family structure bwana ziko bases mbili. One, so with my mother and my child, yes, I'm very, very happy with how I was brought up, how I've lived with my aunts and my mom and her siblings, how they've lived. I think I'm happy with that part. But now there's a point of there are parts of other family, extended family, who took my mother for granted. And my mother is alkole wenye amelea watu all her life, because she had to deal with taking care of her child on her own, and you're taking care of her siblings. Because my grandfather died when these guys ndio wanaingia colleges, wanaingia campo, high school, you're the eldest, you have to deal with taking care of them. So she's been the giver all through my life, not her life, let me not say her life, all through my life. I've just been seeing her giving. So that aspect of watching that, I can say yes, I'm happy, because my mother has been the person that has helped some people grow up, has been the person that has guided some people grow up. That makes me so happy. But there's a part of my family who annoy me to the core, that my mother and I, me and there's an aunt of mine, we are the ones trying to fight my mom to stop giving, because my mother doesn't know the limit of stopping. Yake ni kidogo, but she still wants to. Wacha nipe huyu amekwama, wacha tu nimpatie. Sometimes we need to stop, because there's a time she said that there's a time my dad told her usiwapele watu waneka watakufa. I mean, they will sleep, they'll wake up. So that aspect of guilt tripping my mother was what used to annoy me. So yes, I'm happy with my structure. Familia hii ya kwingine, extended family nusu, makes my life the best, because they are always reaching out, they communicate, there are people who wanajua what they want, they have some sort of respect for each other, but kuna wale tu wanaudhi, they're entitled, they feel like, why are you not giving us? Because there are those that ask, you only have one child, pesa yako unapeleka wapi?
Family wanakuanga na audacity.
So you see,
My Lord.
that nonsense is what puts me
too.
off.
Nimekuza.
Exactly, that is what puts me off. But these other people,
They are good.
vibes and inshallah, kama hata ni sherehe, by the way mkikuja ushago kwetu mjutu ni dance paka asubuhi in case kuna sherehe yoyote. Yeah.
Kwanza mama
Tuko na mbuzi.
invite ile wakati.
Kujeni man.
Na tukuweza kumake
You guys should be coming. Mkuje kwetu. Mkuje. So yes, on my family side, I'm happy. And of course, kuna disappointment too. So it's a balance of yes and no. Yeah.
And friendship.
Friendships I niko pati pazuri. I wouldn't want to lie on that line. I'm at a good place. I would say all the friendships I have are beneficial emotionally, financially, and physically. So it's a good place to be at. Yeah. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm grateful. Vivian.
So for me, when it comes to family, I choose which member of my family that I want to be happy with.
Okay.
So first of all, my parents, of course, they make me happy. My siblings, I'm happy with them. When it comes to now my aunties, I choose who I really want
To relate.
to relate with, and if they have an impact in me.
Yeah.
So those are the ones who will make me happy. Weird enough, I have an auntie who is a nun, and she's my best auntie.
Non-aunties are the best.
Ever. So yeah, I choose who in my family I want to that I want them in my life and they can make me happy, because you don't meet like your uncles all the time. I'm meeting in like maybe get together if there is an occasion. So we are related, and I give them the respect. Like obviously I have to give them the respect. But I choose, if it's my cousin, there is one that I'm really close with and they make me happy. So yeah, in terms of friendship, I'm in a good place right now in friendship, because I was struggling a bit with it, because I felt like I was the one who was giving a lot in the friendship and not the other way around. Yeah. So right now at least I'm able to choose, and if it doesn't work, Olive has always kept on insisting.
Bring back to order.
Yeah, like it's okay if it doesn't work and you just let it go. So if it's friendship, I've been able to choose the balance, and also friendship, I'll also put my relationship there, because through that friendship that we have that's why we are there 7 years. Yeah.
Friendship is important.
Yeah, na venye Brandis amesema, physically, mentally and emotionally. Me, for friendship, I feel if you don't add any value in my life, I don't see the point of you being my friend and wasting each other's energy.
True. There's someone who was asking me about my relationship. Huogopi Brandis mnaweza achana? Nikamwambia sikiza, I'm living in the moment. Sitafikiria kesho vile ataniacha. I'm living sai, I'm happy. That was what I'm living by. Because if I'm going to think about vile kesho ataniacha, I won't leave now. Because I'll be thinking about hii kesho inafika lini. So it doesn't help anyone. So you enjoy that moment you have.
While it lasts.
Yeah. Olive.
What was it? Happy.
Where are you happy in terms of friends and family?
Happy generally. I've been happy for the past probably 7 years. Happy is a constant for me, but for family, again, it's split. It can't be. For family, I feel like I am happy materialistically. I don't pay black tax, and I know that it's such a huge privilege. In that sense, I know that the money that comes in is mine. And for that reason, that makes me happy, genuinely. Like I know anything can happen in this life, and I don't have to think about anyone else. Me to the way I live. In that sense, I'm very happy with my family. In the other sense, emotionally, my family is not a safe space at all. At all. So, yeah. Nivo too, there's a lot of triggers back home, and at home I serve a lot at home. That's why I just feel like
it's too much.
Uko no one is refilling my cup. And I only give. positive. Friendships, this is the happiest I've been in friendships, because I didn't know what friendships is. I think I've mentioned I don't know what love is, because I don't know how to define those things. They were very abstract for me.
Yeah.
But this time around, I can say I have a support system. And I think for friendship, especially with this circle, what I found was different was that for the first time in my life, I'm being served.
Yeah.
Someone else is taking care of me. Yes. So for me, genuinely, I'm happy. Friendship, mimi muniombe hapo pa friendship. Yeah.
Umeona dust ya ronga.
Imewekwa yote.
You know what I say?
Yes.
Bora nimeona dust kutoka kwa mwanamke. If a man does show me dust. Hey, see the door. Nitaambia watu ni ati a man showed me dust. But yeah, I'm happy generally. I really am happy, and I'm really grateful to you girls for ensuring that for me.
Yeah. Do that.
We are happy to do that.
To see you grow in friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we met, I saw your struggles with friendship. To see you grow to the point where we are right now. I was even thinking about it while we were recording at the beginning. And like when you introduced us, I was
It was
like,
really
hey,
nice.
that's a huge growth for Olive. Because I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
It's really major.
Even me, I remember, because the first, I think the friendship that because of work and you kept it, ni Irene. So I knew like you, hata kama unasema, it's hard for you to like, you look for friends. Ni mkishamaliza ni hivyo. But at least you're constantly there in one way or another. Staying, checking up, showing up. Hata Irene, you're still there for her. So hearing you say that you're trying slowly, and you also show us in different ways. Maybe always you honor, but as we can tell, like you have really grown in terms of retaining that friendship.
True.
In fact, Olive, me, I don't think like the way you used to say, me, I'm not good with friendships.
Exactly.
And I used to wonder, because me, when I was looking for a house, Olive told me, nile tu nime mention passively, like, hey, I'm looking for a house where I'm staying, kuna shida. Olive is like, I'll look around in Ngong. And I'm just like, maybe nile a juju. But she became invested. Then there's a day she told me, are you free? You can come. I can take you around. I'm like, okay, cool. We get in. She's like, we'll go with my car. I'm like, you're going to fuel to help me look. No, twende tu na matatu ama boda. But she's like, no. And she took me around Ngong. We looked for houses. And I was just like, I don't understand how you don't think you're a
man.
Because honestly, you are really dope.
It's true. As you say. Paypay kuingia the company that we work in now. Ujanga, I was the people pleaser. I want to do things to be seen. You know, that kind. Then Olive was my first boss. So unaingia kazi yombe, Olive, nataka tufanye kitu kingine. She laughs. She's like, madam,
tuliza boli.
Relax.
Atuendangi hivo.
Relax.
Atuendangi hivo.
Rest.
So as much as she says ati wana struggle, I'm like, nigga, do you know this is what I want to do in my life? Be a person that people will be like, unajuanga ile, I can help you control what you need to fight. Because that is what I tell people. The person I was when I started where we are now, I wanted to be seen. I wanted to be visible. Nile nataka unaget. Mbona tufanyi, mbona kampuni ifanyi? Anambia, madam, tuliza kiuno. Fanya kazi yako unalipwa. Go home. So I get to appreciate life with that kind of person, because you're giving me guidance to things I thought were supposed to be like, ilenye, go to work, be seen, doing your job, get paid, go home.
And
but now if someone gets to
would have
ground
taken
you,
advantage of you.
that is the thing. So you get someone that grounds you to a level of you're learning whether you like it or not. You know things, yes, we appreciate that. Good job. But hapa kuna cultures. There's a way we work around things. So I got to appreciate that with Olive. So hata vitu zilikuwa zikikwama hapa, we bosi. Iko hivi, nimekwama hapa. So she'll tell you, do this, do this, do this. And by the way, unaingia Monday meeting, you're told, imeingia. And I'm like, okay, even ndio vitu zafaa ziende. So you don't beat yourself so much in terms of friendships. you've helped us grow in our different aspects.
True.
Am I a good friend or your standards
Major.
are just low?
No, you're
Very good.
Even
Trust
the,
me, we
even
know
the
bad
energy.
friends. We know bad friends.
We know bad friends. Saraka.
Unajua ile kama vile Brano amesema amepitia mpaka akakutana na genuine like just normal
Yani ni
normal
life.
sane person anajuliza kwani hizi relationship of which even me I'm surprised. I'm like kwani people like you exist because vitu tumeona tu kuinje. Me I genuinely believed humans are innately bad people.
Bad people, yeah.
And me, the reason why I valued you as a friend, you never asked me for anything.
Yeah.
Like you are just genuine. Like ukona, okay, the first days I didn't like you because I thought
No one likes me.
nilikuwa naona kidogo. Yeah, but your energy remained constant. Like you're just yourself, and you never asked anything from anyone. Me, especially me, that's the thing I'll always tell you, because all my friendship I have to give to show you, and
That I'm a
then
good friend.
we become friends. But you are just
Niko hivi.
hata nikikwambia, first of all, kama ile ya trip, like you kept your money. I didn't expect you like
Me, I'm
to sacrifice,
surprised.
because of all my friendship sijawai pata, like
It's
it's
difficult.
either like it has to be I have to do something for you so that you can become
can show
like
up.
me. Yeah, so but you are, yeah, like you are genuine, like hata utauliza or
Na kuna mtu kusecond
and you
guess
respect
what
and you
you do.
respect you respect people's spaces. Hautakuja atukue all over or anything, and that's how I felt like this is a genuine friend that I never ever had.
I think Vivi and I had, because even when I met you, you also kept saying I don't have friends, and I believe that's the same experience we had. All our lives we've bought love. So when it got to a point where someone is just there and they're not asking you for something, you don't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
But genuinely, you've always met people and you just went about life giving, because that is a norm to you. And then you find that the people you attract are the ones who you already gave.
Yeah.
So the relationship starts from
A point
them
of
only
imbalance.
liking you because
You did
you gave
something
them
for them.
something. Yeah, but we are learning.
Niku tough.
We are learning. Ni mimi nachagua
Chagua the next.
jichague.
Hey.
If I'm happy in family,
Oh.
I'll say yes, because I've done away with the toxic people. I'm so happy and I'm at peace. Yani, hey, those guys
Peace
were,
that
they were so
surpasses
draining.
human understanding.
Yeah.
Hiyo. The
Uko
peace that
na
surpasses
amani.
human understanding.
Yes. Hey, I'm at peace. Nakwambia.
Great.
So I've done away with the toxic people in my family. So I usually say I'm an orphan, and I am happy like that.
Happy orphan.
A happy orphan. I wish tungekuwa na mahali as an old person you can go change the certificate. Utoe some people kwa certificate wazazi wengine. But it is well. I'm happy that my ID doesn't have my father's name. And that is a decision that was made by a woman. I do not remember her face. I do not remember her name. But I was at a committee. Mimi, I was vetted for my ID. Because one wako like kukai mtu wa huku. So I was vetted with Somalis. And I'm trying to explain to them that I don't have my documents and the reason why I don't have them. So one, I don't look like a Kenyan. I have other features. Na pia, sina certificates zangu. So they need to know. So as I was explaining my story, that woman was like, kwani unataka kuchukua jina huyo mwanaume? Ebu, toa hiyo jina. From now henceforth, utajulikana kama wewe mwenyewe. And I'm happy with that. So my family is me, my sisters, brother, and my baby. And I'm happy with that. As for friendships, I'm happy with the friendship that I have, the friendships that I have right now. People keep saying, hey, you must have so many friends. You're so good with people. Funny thing, I'm good to I socialize with people, but...
You keep
tight.
Yes, I keep a very tight circle. So I'll talk to you, we'll say hi. If it gets to something else, fine. Ikiishia hapo, it's fine. Me, I'll never call you. We will patana. It was good while it lasted.
Yeah.
So I didn't have many friends. And I remember when I was separating with my ex, there's something he told me that has lived with me since then. And he told me, Ebu Jangalia, you don't even have friends. And right now,
Men will leave you in the desert without water. Because what is that?
nonsense, idiots.
Rubbish.
Taka. My people.
Yo, hey.
Yeah, so right now I have people I can say are my friends. I used to get worried kitambo if I died, who will come to my burial. But now I know if anything was to happen to me, there are people I'll be ready to rest vizuri. There are people who will be there for my baby. I have a support system. And that's one thing I'm grateful for. If I'm going through something, I know huyu neza mpigia hii. Yani, it's just amazing. I can have lunch dates with friends. You remember that date we went to and how excited we were? It was my first time to do that. It felt so nice. Just to tell people, like, I'm with my girlfriends. We're going for lunch. And it's not just at friends because, when you beshte ya huyu, so nakujua kwa sababu weni beshte yake. It's a circle of friends who we share the same vision and goals, na tunaweza tunasaidiana kimaisha. And my prayer is that this friendship continues even in old age. Tunaambiana tunaenda Maldives, guys. Please,
our 60-year-old selves.
I mean, it's doable.
It is.
So I love it here. I love
really
it here.
nice.
And to see people who are encouraging you and they're happy for you about your achievements and things that you're doing. Yani, they're always rooting for you. Oh my God. Maybe if that is not love, I don't know what it is. And kama si hivyo staki.
Yeah. True. That's nice.
Yeah. Who's the next person?
It is I.
Wendo wa mwisho. Okay.
And am I happy? Yes, I am. Family structure, I love my family so much. I think I talk about them all the time.
Yep.
When I used to be a blogger, I used to blog about my family a lot. Niliacha kulipa domain.
Kazini yake LD.
Yeah.
You'd think
I love my family. I'm really lucky to come from the family I come from.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm not tight with everyone.
Yeah.
But when I look at both my maternal side and my paternal side, it's really like many dope people.
Yeah.
You know, I have those cousins who we make fun of each other. I have cousins who they are my soul sisters. I have those cousins who we hang out. Nikiwa na form ya sherehe, wataniita, nitawaita. So I'm really lucky to have the kind of family I come from. Like just last Saturday, I spent it with family and it was so beautiful to just catch up, talk, laugh, encourage each other, celebrate each other's wins, you know. So family-wise, I love my family. I love my mom. Even there's a video we took at home when I was shopping in her kitchen. And now I'm showing people, this is the second paper bag I'm feeling. And I keep taking things. And she's just so happy to give. She's just, even on Tuesday I was unwell. My mom called me to cheer me up. She was just, okay, my mom ni mchokozi. So she'll make, that's her love language. So ananichokoza na mimi niko msick saa hiyo. I'm just like, really mom? And then she keeps calling to find out if I'm okay.
Yeah.
And my siblings, I love my two sisters. I have two sisters. I'm the eldest. And I love my sisters so much. Each of them is just different in their own way. There's also my bro, who he's technically my cousin, but we've been with him since he was little. You guys saw him in LD. Such a vibe. Yeah, such a. So me, family-wise, It's not perfect, but it's still beautiful the way it is. In terms of friendship, I'm really happy with the friendships I have right now. The friendship we have here, the same way people have said, it's not, when you're constantly giving, your cup will run dry.
Yeah.
But I've never felt like I'm constantly giving. You know, there's that thing for, let's say you're going out with your friends and then you are like, I'll take the tab comfortably, knowing that next time she will take the tab. Or if she can't take the tab, she'll do something to ease the situation or whatever. But if you've been in those places where you're always giving, you know how anxious it makes you when you meet people who give like you. You're just like, okay, mi nishazoea ku. You know. So friendship wise, I'm so happy. And I also love how they are not draining. My friendships are not draining. Because when I look at even someone like my best friend who stays in Kisumu, we haven't spoken for months. But she's not going to tell me, oh, Agie squeeze ulinito. No. Hata sija kupatia udaku, and we just run from there. You know, so I'm really, really grateful for the friendships I have. Even some of the industry friendships that I have in the industry I work in. Because I remember there was a work thing I was doing. I called this person and I was like, I'm sure they're a big deal. They'll tell me no. They were like, I'll do it for you for free. And I was just like, this is so dope. And this person told me, it's because you always come through for me. You've always come through. I meet someone at an event. They tell me, do you know you are the first journalist to write about my project? You didn't ask me for anything. You just did it. And I'm honestly so grateful. And they're like, if you need anything, just let me know. If I'm in that capacity, I'll be able to help you in this industry. So I think I have learned the importance of, even being a giver is not a bad thing. Like we see it as a bad thing because of the traumas we have, but sometimes you will also attract genuine people in the process. So mimi tu ni kusema tu shukran. It's been honestly amazing.
Giving people you like also feels
very nice.
You don't feel like
It's not heavy.
you're even excited.
And also see the excitement.
Vivian, unauliza the last question.
Nilikuwa nimeshachungulia.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Takusema kwa
I think
teacher.
it's almost the same na family. What is a cycle in your family you are breaking or upholding?
Bam bam biram bam.
Breaking and upholding.
Bam bam.
Or upholding.
Brannies.
Bam bam biram bam bam biram bam. Hey. Cycle I'm breaking. Not being there for people who don't care. You don't give Jongelea, I want to give, I want to sort, I want to help. I don't think I'll do that a lot for people. Even my cousins, my younger cousins, I'm among the eldest. So even my younger siblings, I always tell them, you want to do things? Do them. Let me know. But ukiona sikufaidi pia, cut me off. Because I don't want to make it look like tunasaidiana sana. Because in this life, at the end of the day, you're an adult. You make your decisions. You're going to do things on your own. I can only come in when you need me. And I'm only going to give advice. Financially, hata mina jaribu natafuta. Because I can't really give you everything. I think that is one thing I'll do. Major. Ingine imekuwa nini kumbe?
Breaking or upholding?
So in terms of upholding, I'll try give people their space. Do what you want with your life, but don't come running when things go mrama. Or rather, I pray you succeed, whether you hurt me or not. I really pray things work out for you, such that you don't come running back. I really pray things work out for you, wherever you are. What else? I think that is the main. Just being there for who is there for me and not being there for those who don't want me in their life. Olive.
Breaking family mental instability. But I'm breaking a lot of cycles in my family, just being the black sheep, first of all. One is unconventional careers. I think I'm the first in my family to even venture into the arts, and this is extended. Na Wajaluo tuko na familia kubwa.
Yeah.
Doctor, engineer, lawyer. Oliver kamka tu hapo siku moja akasema, okay guys, mimi nitawafanyia TikTok.
Content create. What is content creation?
And I'll live off of it.
Nasitaomba hadi pesa. Anajulikana.
Yeah.
That was one, and I feel like for me, I'll not have children, so I feel like I'm doing it for the other girls in the family who will see, or other younger girls. One is unconventional careers. Two, what is a cycle I am breaking? Emotional, this healing, healthy emotional spaces.
Yeah.
I feel like if you look at my family, we genuinely look okay, but all of us really need to be in therapy.
Yeah.
Because as much as we had everything in order, and I think this is my mother majorly, as much as we have everything in order, we didn't realize that we were growing up with a woman who maybe might have OCD or something. So she's very particular. So these things that you say are quite easy for me. Organization, cleanliness, nini. They're not voluntary. I didn't pick them up voluntarily. So being able to learning to just let people be, vile Brani samesema. If someone wants to take bread first and then when they finish they take tea, fine. You don't have to take bread and tea together because
that's what has been done.
Let people be, because in my family I see a lot of structure. There's perfect structure.
Square.
Yes. That I'm breaking. Things that I'll be upholding. I'd say the quality. This structure came with quality of life. So I'm a high maintenance babe, and it's because of the same.
And that's on period.
And I think it's because of the same structure. There's things I don't accept. Like even when I came to Nairobi and I was told, nyumba utapata maji na kuja sijui 3 times a week. Hawezi pata kwenye kuna mti. I refused. I said there must be a house in Nairobi where there's green vegetation and there's water throughout. And I think so what is it called? Like high quality of life that my family rather presented for us. I would like to carry that forward. And even when I'm saying impacting young people to have planned parenthood, is so that you can be able to afford a quality life for your children
and yourself.
And I feel so privileged. Unajua mimi nakuja Nairobi ndio nagundua you guys grew up in balconies. Me I don't know what that is. Watu huishi kwa compound. Unakimbia kwa nyasi. Unaanika nguo nje kwa jua na ina drain kwa nyasi. I don't know what this. So yeah, quality of life. Yeah, I think I'd want to. Yeah, that's the cycle I'd want to uphold.
That's really nice.
Agnesa mejibu. Agie.
So me, the cycle I'd like to break is, and I'm speaking like in terms of extended family. It was even there in my nuclear family. Luo parents always want people to do the conventional careers. Like me, I was supposed to be a pharmacist. I just said no. And my father was really pissed.
Yeah.
So I want to break that cycle and show people, just like Olive has said, you don't have to be a lawyer. You don't have to be an accountant. Among my siblings, I'm literally the only one in the arts also. My sister is in hospitality and my other sister is in accounting, finance. My mom was a civil servant. My father was a teacher. So you see, those are very conventional careers. Most of my cousins, my age mates, lawyers, doctors. You people will tell me, oh, I need this. I'm like, let me call my lawyer Kuzo. He's going to advise, you know. And I'm so happy to see them thrive in those conventional careers. But I know if I was in their shoes, I wouldn't be happy. So yeah, that pressure, and they also come with this pressure of perfection. Those aunties who keep asking you, when will you get married? When will you do this? So I also want to be a better auntie to my nephews and my nieces, and not asking them such insensitive questions like, when are you getting married? Why don't you have kids? Why don't you have a boyfriend? You know, I really want to be that aunt where I have a cousin of mine who is so dope. She's much older than us, but she's such she doesn't. Reggie, you don't know how much of a safe space you are. No, okay, we have Reggie in every family. Now the eldest Reggie.
Yeah.
She's a very dope person. She's that cousin who, despite the age difference, we can talk about things and feel like we can relate. So I really want to be the Reggie to my nieces and nephews.
Oh, nice.
And they feel like when you go to Agie, she will put, and that is what my father was to my cousins, because they tell me like you talk to Uncle Nora and he would put himself in your shoes. And every time I went to my dad crying, especially when I was in my early 20s, he would tell me, you see, when I was your age, this is what was happening and this is how I handled it. So I'd like to break that cycle of conventional careers and perfection and living life with a certain si must.
Matrix.
Wengine wetu hatuna nyota ya ndoa, you know.
KPIs,
And it's not a bad thing. It's okay. It's pretty much okay. In terms of upholding, I'd really like to uphold. My parents were very different. My mom was raised in East Lando. She was this tough babe who just knew you have to suck it up, face life as it comes. My father, on the other hand, was a village boy. He was raised in a loving home in the house of a chief, a really senior chief. They had so much. I don't know if it was just him, but my father had so much love to give. He would always hug us. Good night. He would kiss us on the cheeks, tell us bedtime stories. My father was so affectionate. And I'd like to carry that cycle. If I ever have kids, I want to be that mom who mtoto wangu hayuko huku nje ati yako depraved emotionally. Mi nitakwambia unakaa poa, nitakwambia good job, nitakupigia makofi, I want to keep upholding that. And that's what we are actually teaching my mom right now that she's the only parent. You tell her good night and you're like, usiseme sawa, sema good night to you too. Because my mom will tell you, okay, aya, bye. You know. So we're trying to break that cycle with her. At least nowadays she'll call you my dear. Sometimes she'll call us her little teddy bears. Something like that in those lines. But anajaribu, and sometimes she's just like, you know, I'm struggling. You know, it's hard. You want to hug her. She's like, I don't like hugs. But we are trying to just tell her, Mom, it's okay. Hapa si Eastlands, hapa ni kwako, and we love you and you love us, and it's okay to. So I'd love to keep that behavior, because even at home I always tell my people, birthday mtu ikifika we have to buy cake unless they don't like cake. So like this month we are buying cake for my mom and my sister, because birthdays zao zinafuatana. And even the sisters, now my mom's sisters, who are also raised in the same household, it's only one who I can say is a bit affectionate. But everybody else, even the nun, as much as she's so dope, she's not going to tell me I love you. She'll just fuel my car, or she'll just send me money. Or she'll tell you, kuna vitu zenye nimekuja nazo, mkujeni kwa convent, and you're just, auntie wezi sema I love you. Anakurushia tu macho. So I want that spirit of show people you love them. Because me, if there's one thing I don't regret about my relationship with my dad, is that there was no time I failed to tell him how I feel. Especially when now I became older. Because you see, when you're a kid, kwanza adoleki kusumbua. But when I got older, I used to tell him, Dad, I love you. He'd call me in the middle of the day to ask me how my day was. And I'd tell him, thank you, Dad, I love you, bye. Sometimes I'd call him. When he goes on a safari, I call him, I ask him, how is it there? Are they feeding? We used to call him mzee. Wamelisha mzee vizuri. Mzee amekula nini, you know. So that I have to keep it up.
Yes. That's beautiful. Na nominate.
Nani ajajibu?
Vivian.
Mimi ndio mwisho.
Mwenye swali.
Esther.
Oh, we see. I'll go. Things that I'm breaking in this family. Okay. Where one thing is narcissism. That when we started, you know, those buzzwords, when they started, that's when I looked at my father's behavior and I was like, this is a pure narcissist. And I was talking to a friend of mine the other day because he was asking, why don't you want to resolve things with your father? You know, they usually say, ata ukimpata kwa mtaro bado ni baba yako na mpelekeo si baba yangu. So I was explaining to him the situation, and you know, when you are explaining a story to someone, that's when you realize what the hell was that. So for me, I realized he's a narcissist, and I'm breaking that. And also the other thing that I'm breaking is corporal punishment. I went through a lot of that with that man, and I don't beat my child. I only beat when amefanya kitu nimerudia mara 3. Ya 4, that's when I tell her, kuja, why am I beating you? Because of this and this. And you don't beat with hands. Hands are for loving. So you just take a slippers, chapa kabam or something. So that's one thing I'm really breaking, because I don't want her to grow up fearing. I've realized recently that naogopanga sana. Not in general like people, but in certain situations, if you ask me a question that I can easily refuse to give, I will give an answer because I'm scared. I knew that's how so I freeze kidogo and I answer. Yeah. And the other thing that I'm breaking is introducing my daughter to men now that I'm dating, when I'm not sure whether this person is serious, whether they're staying or not. That's how I found myself with 3 stepmoms. Yeah. So avoiding that. I'm breaking a lot of that. And also anger in our family. Oh my God. I was named after someone who had anger issues for days. And it took some time for me to realize, kitambo, even I was in school, in high school, and I was like, wait a minute, I react like this, the same way this woman reacts, my shosho. And I said, I'm not carrying that into my life. Something that I'm upholding, my mom's love.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That woman loved me. Hey. Yani, a mother's love. That's what I'm upholding with my daughter. The way I love her, it's called what?
Reciprocating.
Whatever my mom gave me. That's what I'm giving her. The way I cook for her, the things I tell her every other time. When you were here telling us, just saizi tu umetuambia your dad used to tell you, Lupita nyongo unakabisa.
In fact, there's that skirt. Every time I wear it, I just remember I used to
Lupita
and then he calls you Lupita and you're like, yo, dad.
So that's something I tell my daughter, and every other time I'm like, hey baby girl, you're so pretty. Do you know how pretty you are? Yes, mommy. I know I'm pretty.
Yeah.
Buying her to things like flowers, so that when she
flowers, that's so sweet.
so that when she grows up and she meets son of Pharaoh, she's
na maua zake zenye get out.
Atajua asiende ambiwe ati you're pretty. I go, oh my God. She'll say, I know, thank you.
Yeah.
She just empowering her like that, because that's how my mom was.
Yeah.
And also birthday cakes. I never missed a birthday until my mom passed away. I used to get cakes. Every time. Mami, kwanza nataka cake ya kubeba shule. Unapata. Mami nataka cake. Unapata. Cake, I used to get cakes. My mom used to bake all the time. Lakini cake ya birthday, lazima utapata piga hata cream. Imepakwa na ile icing sugar. Mnakumbuka ile icing sugar ya kitambo? So that's
sweet love.
That's one thing I do with my daughter. I never want her to miss a birthday.
That's nice.
Yeah, so those are the things I'm upholding. Yeah.
That's nice.
Thank you. Vivi.
Breaking. I think I'll start with money, because talking about finances and money I feel like it's a taboo in most families. So that's the thing that I'm trying to break and show my parents, like they can be open, even if it's in terms of inheritance, because I try and approach it like we are successful on our own, but we'll also want to to know. It's not like you're depending on it. So I constantly try to talk about money. I talk about if we can save together and travel together through our savings. So that's something that I am trying to break, talking about finances openly, especially with dads. It's a bit hard. Yeah, so they don't talk. Our mothers always say hakuna pesa ama sijui nini, but also trying to show, especially my brothers, so that they can be able to talk about it, and in future for their wives or children they can also talk about it. So that's one thing. And then the other thing is telling them you love them.
Yep.
They will show it, but they won't say it.
Yeah.
So I try, and as every text that I text, either it's my brother, my dad, or my mom, I constantly say I love you after the text, and they say it back, and you feel nice, because it's especially for men, like it's so hard. For me, my dad, it's so hard for him to come and tell you, my daughter, I love you. So that's the thing. Yeah, so that's one thing that I am trying to break and tell them that we love them. And then the other thing, as you grow up, you part ways because you're not living in your parents' house. So one thing that I'm trying to break is constantly going to visit our parents. So I'm trying to show my siblings that you have to spend as much time, and so that they can feel lovers, feel like walitufikisha penye tulifika, and then
forgot about them.
Yeah, like you forget, and you look for them when you really need something. So that's the other thing that I'm trying to break. Upholding, I will say that my parents, this I'll also include my grandfather, they show us like you help each other, not only your family but hata watu wengine when they need it. Like that's one thing that I really learned from them, and I will want it to retain. You uchoyo or feeling jealousy of other family members. So that's the thing that I will want to uphold, because we have never had that in our family. And you see, if you don't have that jealousy, let's say if I make it and my siblings don't make it, I'll be there for them. I won't feel jealous for them, or it will still work. So that's one thing I'll uphold from them.
Very nice.
Plus, even when you don't, if your people are not living happy lives, it's going to affect you.
It affects you big time.
Very weird.
Unless you are a weirdo, it will affect too.
Yeah.
So I think that was the last question.
Hey, asanteni wasichana.
So beauty.
It felt like therapy.
Ulituleta therapy.
Ya bure. Sijawa charge.
Therapy sessions.
I am so happy you came. It's beautiful for me. It's healing for me as much as it is for you.
Yeah.
We still have the whole day to hang out. Now, and thank you so much. This actually marks the end of my most successful season of the podcast. Until next season. For real this time, nimeisema episodes kanne. Until next season, my fabulous name is OLAVEORAWO, and this has been the In All Honesty podcast. Bye.
Ciao, ciao. Turus.
Next on the In All Honesty podcast.
With that, we've come to the end of the In All Honesty podcast season 4. It has been hectic, but we finally closed up on it. I'll be taking a break from content creation generally, not just the podcast, because I will need to structure things. I'm looking for funding to support the next season, that is season 5, and also just looking how to do things across life, because it's been a while and I'm exhausted. I'm burning out. I've been giving you content back to back, at least 4 videos per week. that is on socials only, plus a fully fledged podcast episode every other weekend or every other Monday. So I'm burnt out and I'm restructuring, and we are taking a break. Of course, I'm not taking a break that one for what, you know how influencers are like, okay, I'm gone, I'm going to refill my cup. No, I'll be around. Maybe I'll just not do it as intentionally. I'll put out memes as usual. We'll still interact. We'll have our think pieces. And I'm also setting up now my business that is by Olive, and you'll get consultancy for podcasting and mental health support. So you'll see it coming to you somewhere. So interact with it, enjoy, come talk to me. And for now, we're taking a break. And this has been the In All Honesty podcast. Honestly, on this set, we have healed, we have learned, we have cried, we have laughed. And I'm feeling blessed. And with that, until next season, bye. My fabulous name is OLAVEORAWO.
Do you hear that? Would you lend me some coins, please? The In All Honesty podcast needs you to continue running. I will deeply appreciate support from you. You can send monetary contributions to my Mpesa +254 728 171 059 via PayPal at OLAVEORAWO. That is OLAVEORAWO. You can support the podcast indirectly by buying merchandise and services I offer listed on my WhatsApp catalog. My WhatsApp number is +254 728 171 059. Did you think I'd forget? Advertise with the In All Honesty podcast. Hit me up to talk about it. You can do that via WhatsApp +254 728 171 059 or via email olaveorawo@gmail.com, or you can also DM me on socials at olaveorawo. You know, the hand that gives will receive an episode every week. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm in what was once a dream. So if I do some quick math, the future equals a dream come true. Since 1992, In All Honesty, a podcast by OLAVEORAWO.